Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. I am joined by Rex from Dynamic Forces because we've got another preview show for you of what's going to be available upcoming this Monday night at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It is actually the exact same time. It's funny how that works, time zones and whatnot. But we're going to be previewing some of the books that are going to be on sale, giving you a heads up, some great stuff. Rex, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Robbie. I'm doing good. I have to admit, I was a little bit torn about whether or not I was going to appear on your show because I know there's a big crow pie that I have to eat today. If there was any question, you reminded me on my Wednesday show as you chimed into the chats to remind me that I made a prediction that did not exactly come true. And if you guys missed last week's Robbie's last week's show, we got into a little rivalry between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Needless to say, my Birds lost in a gory and horrific fashion. Actually, Robbie and I were just talking about analyzing the game right before we came onto the show. So I have to say that Robbie did win this battle. Luckily, we are our division rivals, so there will be a second meeting later in the season. Oh my gosh, I hope we get better, and I hope we run the ball. But here's my public admission that Robbie won the last rivalry.
Well, how about him, right? So I appreciate that. We're gracious winners, though. I'm not going to make you eat too much crow or whatnot. So
you better hope the Eagles don't win next time because I am not a gracious winner. I will warn you ahead of time.
It's fine, man. We'll see who wins the division. It's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, for somebody to win that division. So we'll see.
Actually, I'm picking a local high school team right here in my area to win the NFC East.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, that definitely could have happened last year for sure. Like, I can't believe it. A team with a losing record won, right? That was nuts. So
that's pretty sad, and it's pretty sad given the dominance the NFC East had years and years ago. But hey, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is. It'll do what it do. And how about them Cowboys, man? That was awesome.
I'm a Bucs fan. I decided that last night after some serious thought. I'm a Bucs fan. Go Tom Brady. He's the GOAT.
Okay. All right. You jumping over. That's fine. You just don't jump back. Don't jump back.
More jumping off. I'm jumping off the moving train. It's headed towards the cliff, my friend.
Oh, man. Trust me. I know that feeling. I wanted to jump off plenty of times, but stick with your team, Rex. Come on.
I know. I'll jump back on, but because only so I can continue to criticize the coaching staff.
Yeah. Right.
You can't criticize the coaching staff if you're not on a train with them, right?
Exactly. All right, so if those of you out there, if you don't know, what we do is on Monday nights over at The Experience, there's a link in the description below. We do a show, 2-hour show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we sell some comics. And there's always some really great stuff provided by Rex and the gang over there. So let's get into it, bro. First of all, we do got to mention once again, we got that Dynamite 10-pack available. We sold some of them on Monday. It's a great pack. It's 10 comics, Dynamite comics, different stuff, different genres, different characters, all for $5. We're doing that again. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we really put that together for several reasons. First, and the most primary reason of the show and shows like that you have on your channel are to recreate that local comic book shop experience. Like minds getting together, chatting about their hobby that they love. Also to introduce probably new collectors, ones that have been drawn into the MCU, and the DC universe through movies and television shows and whatever, and to get them, introduce them like, hey, this is where all those great stories that you've been watching on TV or in the movie theaters is coming from, the great source material, but also to make it an affordable way to introduce them to the world of comics, to Dynamite titles. So we do that 10-pack every show. And it is 10 comics, random Dynamite titles with a $40 cover price, and we're selling it for $5 just to get comics into people's hands.
Yeah, it's a fantastic deal, a great way to try out some new comics. And I know that 62 Lefty Blues came in and bought a few of them and said, I want to buy a few of them and give some out as AOKs, acts of kindness. And that's another cool thing you can do too. You can buy several of these packs and you can give them out to people and share the love of comic books with others.
Exactly, and we appreciate Lefty watching the show first and foremost. If you enjoy Robbie's show, his channel, hit like, subscribe, help him out. Share with your friends out there. He's got great content, great knowledge. I can't bash on his football skills anymore, not yet. But as the NFL season gets deeper, I might be able to come back. But it helps to grow the comic book collecting world, puts people in touch with one another, and Robbie, not just comics, but pop culture in general, is a very knowledgeable guy. So I definitely encourage everybody, if you haven't, obviously if you're watching this, you're tuning in, but definitely share it with your friends that have similar interests.
Nice, absolutely. So really cool that way, and I appreciate the kind words there, really do. By the way, do you like basketball? Do you got a basketball team?
I do. I grew up in the Philadelphia area, so I'm a Sixers fan. Not too happy with the Ben Simmons situation, but I have to ask you now: are you now? What's your team? Gosh, Lakers. I hope he doesn't say Lakers.
Lakers. I'm
the Lakers. Man.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to continue to have fun with sports over the next several months, probably.
Yeah, it's too bad baseball season's almost over.
All right. Who's your baseball team?
It's got to be the Phils.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, right?
I'm diehard, man. Grew up in this area. Grew up watching them. Went through painful years with them. So, I'm going to criticize and get mad, but I'm not going to abandon ship. Not just yet, anyway.
I'm a Yankees fan, so we're.
Oh my gosh, Robbie! I got to get up. I got to leave the show, man.
So it's almost like when I was growing up, like teams that were winning, I was like, I like these teams. Let me join up. I'm just kidding. The Yankees weren't winning so much when I first got into the Yankees. Well, Don Mattingly was like my favorite baseball player.
Donnie Baseball,
the legacy and all that, right?
I respect the Yankees organization for the success they've had, through the decades. But I got to tell you something. I mean, when Steinbrenner was alive and with the salary cap, I mean, come on. Of course, you can beat everybody else. You have a Ferrari. Everybody else is driving a Hyundai. Okay. So I kind of felt there was an unfairness involved there. But I will say this much. I grew to be so, because we're close. Obviously, we're very close in New York. So we have a lot of transplanted Yankee fans in our area. Mm-hmm. And I have nothing but Phillies caps when you talk about a Major League Baseball, except for one cap. I have a Red Sox cap. Mm-hmm. And the reason I own a Red Sox cap, I remember some guy in the supermarket, I was wearing it that one day, and he asked me, and he goes, are you a Red Sox fan? And I turned to him and I looked him dead in the eye and said, no, I'm a Yankees hater.
Well, that's the hat you wear if you're a Yankees hater. So
yes, sir. The Phils. I know the Yankee fans are ambivalent about the Phillies. So it's not that we see each other very often, but I had to make my statement. That's why I own a Boston Red Sox cap.
The last time the Yankees won a World Series, which was for me a long time ago in 2009, right? For the Yankees, that seems like a really long stretch, right? It was beating your Phillies, if I remember correctly. So
yes,
fun,
yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was really good in that era, man. Really good. The Ryan Howard stuff and all that. They're really, really good.
They've had their eras. Right now, not looking so good. Thought they were really built in the last several years, to win, but just not happening. The Yankees always, have always found a way to that road to success, and you got to give them their respect, but doesn't mean you got to like them.
That's true. I respect, but it doesn't mean you have to go along with it. All right.
You don't have to love the boys in the Bronx. It's not a rule.
The Bronx Bombers. Let's get back to comics. People are like, I thought this was previewing some comics. We're like talking about.
I don't know. Maybe ESPN will give us a call.
I know, right? Coming soon, Rex and Robbie on ESPN. Comic nerds talking sports.
Hey, you may have something there. Comic nerds talking sports. Write that one down, Robbie.
Yeah, I am actually. We kind of do that a little bit on Sunday night, so I'm gonna make a whole bit out of it anyway. What else we got? We got some good stuff.
As always, what we try to do on Monday nights is we try to bring you a good mix of comics for those collectors out there. So, we'll have signed comics, and all signed comics from Dynamic Forces come with certificate of authenticity. We contract directly with the creators so that what you're getting has been actually signed by the creator himself or herself, depending. And certificate of authenticity is included with every signed comic that we sell. We try to bring people CGCs. And you've done enough shows with us, that other than vintage back issues, most of the CGC slab comics that you see from on our shows from Dynamic Forces on Monday nights will be 9.6 or higher. So usually it's 9.6, 9.8s. So if you're a CGC collector, we have that available for you. And you and I have talked about this at length. CGC right now really backed up due to a lot of different reasons: pandemic, staffing issues, just the volume of submissions that they've been seeing because of the pandemic. They're probably 4, maybe even 5 months out. I know they're doing their best and they're staffing up and they've got a bigger facility, but again, I think we're going to bring them to you at a price that not only is extremely reasonable and allows you to get a guaranteed grade of a 9.6 or 9.8, but it also is more cost effective. By the time you ship, you package your comic, you ship your comic, you pay for the grading fees, and then you wait 4 or 5 months for it to get returned. There's no guarantee of the grade that you get. And, unfortunately, when collectors send in their comics to be graded, it's just like anything else. It's just like a parent with a child. Everybody thinks their parent is, their child. Every parent thinks their child is the best. We always think that, the condition of the comics that we send up to CGC to be graded, it turns out that the graders at CGC may not agree with you. And that happens more times than not. So we can get it to you faster, guarantee the grade, and help to fill that collection. We also do, which is a personal favorite of mine, we do a lot of the remark sketches, cover sketches from guys like Ken Hazer, and incredible artwork that they do, which, that's kind of a collecting field that's sort of come out of that. Not really original art collector, not really a back issue or comic collector, but, we have people now that specifically collect that, and it's really getting your own little, commissioned piece of artwork.
Yeah, and the Ken Hazer stuff looks amazing, and the stuff that you have lined up for Monday's show, oh my goodness, there's a Superman that if you're a Superman fan, this is a piece of art you want, and it's something affordable, something unique, something that one of a kind, right? Unique obviously covered that already, but, we can just add more words to it.
And, we'll always have different variant covers, very high-end, low edition type of variant covers, retail incentive covers, anything that you could think of that you would collect in the comic book world, we'll try to bring to you on our Monday shows. So a little something for every type of collector. And then there's a normal banter that we have, Robbie, myself, and our buddy John. And, we've been known to talk about anything, to be quite honest. I mean, I think if you're into any type of pop culture, sports, cheesesteaks, whatever the case may be, the topic may come up.
Yeah. I was about to say, there's probably more cheesesteak talk coming up this week than there is going to be football talk. It was very football heavy last time, but we were basically the pregame show.
Well, we had the Monday night game, the rivalry, Cowboys fan against Eagles fan. I mean, that had to come up. Okay. But yeah, we'll talk about more cheesesteaks on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. I had cheesesteak yesterday, but of course it was just from what is that place called? Charlie's or something. So it's not really
chain nice cheesesteak.
I know, bro. We're down here in Alabama. What else do I got? What other?
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Exactly. All we got down here is Alabama pancakes and white barbecue sauce. But
white barbecue sauce.
We have
amazing. John knows about it. It's something.
Yeah, we have amazing food down here. And let's get back to these amazing comics. One thing that I want to point out that when I saw the list, this blew me away. This is awesome. Got a Daredevil 181 facsimile signed by Frank Miller.
That is correct.
We've been talking about cons, some of them are starting to get up and running again, but Frank Miller is somebody who you're not going to see at just any con. His appearances are really limited right now. He's getting up there a little bit, and it's not going to be too much longer where he's going to be doing this kind of a circuit, right? So it's going to wind up being one of those coveted and hard to get signatures from a very influential creator. And I guarantee there's less Frank Miller signatures out there than, say, somebody like a Stan Lee or a Scott Snyder, which we also got a Scott Snyder signature coming up this Monday too. But that Frank Miller signature, that's something that immediately popped out to me.
I mean, he's one of those legendary creators, certainly within the comic book, world, redefining some major characters, like Batman. But I don't think people realize the extent of this guy's career. I mean, he's written screenplays, he's directed, he's produced. Just in terms of the entertainment world, the man has left a substantial print. But in the comic book world, I mean, he's one of those guys that separates himself. I mean, without a doubt, he really changed the universe of some of these characters. And, you can throw him up there, as somebody like a Stanley or Jack Kirby or somebody of that stature, because he's done so much to affect the universe, that we all love, which is comic books.
Yeah, redefined Batman, John's favorite character, to the point where most of what people know about Batman today, a lot of it comes from that Frank Miller stuff.
Yes.
What he did with Daredevil, the creation of Elektra, of course, his creator-owned work like Martha Washington. I'm a big fan of that. 300, of course, Sin City. So he just keeps going, this guy, man. It's crazy.
Exactly. So on Monday night, there'll be an opportunity to get that signature. And we ran a contest last time, so we're going to reverse the contest this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a contest on our Monday night show for anybody that joins our chat. And anybody that joins our chat, Robbie will run a randomizer and pick a winner. And that winner will receive a premium comic of a value of $50 or more as a free gift, just as a thank you for the viewers out there that join Robbie's show and joins our show on Monday night. So we will pick from the chats on Monday, and then on Robbie's show on Friday, we will pick the winner.
Yeah, very excited. So remember, you got to be there on the stream and chat live. Just throw out a comment there live, and you'll be added in, and we'll randomize it and pull the winner. Jam Sessions won the contest last week, and it's got a great prize coming on the way, so you don't want to miss out. It's going to be fantastic.
Exactly. So, beyond that, we've got a ton of different types of signed comics. We have a Rocket Raccoon #1, the Stan Lee figure Lego retailer variant cover signed by Scotty Young. Love his work. We have an XMen Fantastic Four #1 signed by Terry and Rachel Dodson. The Dodson team obviously cranking out some great stuff through the years. Along with, you mentioned it, the Superman #1 signed and remarked sketch cover by Ken Hazer, along with a bunch of other stuff. We'll have vintage comics as well to help fill in that collection. Bronze Age, Silver Age, might be some graded, might be some just raw, but to help those vintage collectors out there trying to fill in their collections.
Yeah, really great. This last Monday, we had some of the Claremont X-Men stuff,
yes.
And that is some of the best stuff to get for your collection. So it seemed like in that Claremont run, especially in those days in the 130s, 140s or whatnot, there's always something significant in every single issue. Every issue is like a key. It's somebody's first appearance or some first time this happened, first fastball special, first time this person joined, first villain, and all kinds of stuff. Claremont just kept that going, that X-Men train for years and years and years.
And to make it up to John, with all the Batman stuff we've been having on the show lately, I put a Green Hornet thing in there. I think you saw it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Shadow Green Hornet, Alex Ross.
Just to make him happy.
Yeah.
So
we always do
that
Alex Ross. We always have Alex Ross stuff. We always have Alex Ross stuff too.
Yeah, we always have Alex Ross stuff, mainly because, like Frank Miller, in a different way, he's one of those creators that has just kind of separated himself from the pack. I mean, the lifelike art that he does. I remember the first time, I think it was Superman that I saw, and I'm looking at the artwork, and I'm like, wow, is that a picture? Is that a drawing? What is that? I mean, so, another legendary creator in the comic book universe so we'll have stuff from him. Again, a variety of comic book collectibles. That's what we try to throw out there to kind of grow the industry, grow the collector base, and for those current collectors, try to help you fill in whatever holes you have, in your collection, and to encourage people to go to their local comic book shops. Okay, the ultimate in small businesses, and everybody's hurting right now for a lot of different reasons, but certainly it's been an interesting 18 months, and these small businesses can use your help. So make sure you patronize your local shop.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and if you like that comic shop feel, if you like the idea that you can peruse some back issues, you can pick up some graded comics, you can even get some signed stuff, and you can also be involved in conversation about comic books, pop culture, cheesesteaks, sport. It doesn't matter. That's what is provided on the show. And Rex and John have a great dynamic there. And then when you throw me into the mix, I think we have a lot of fun together.
We do.
So if you just like good conversation, come in, you might see something you want, something you need for your collection, and the prices sometimes that Nick throws out are ridiculous. And
They are.
is he still eating veggie sandwiches?
I'm not sure. I will be able to tell you later tonight on the original art show whether or not he's still eating veggie sandwiches. If he's eating veggie sandwiches, they will be rock bottom prices because I think he gets a little bit woozy from the lack of animal protein. But yeah, definitely. I mean, when you joined us, it was seamless. You can trash talk with the best of them, Robbie.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And the other thing too is John is incredibly knowledgeable about almost everything we talk about. Like not just food. I'm talking about the comics and stuff. Like
yes.
The way he describes some of these characters that like I'm not as familiar with Green Hornet as he is. Like I know the TV show from the 60s. I used to watch the reruns, right? And he was talking last week about the pulp days and the mask and why Mark Waid had this part going on. And I was just like, bruh, I'm just taking notes. I'm just like at this, just at the feet of giants listening, He is the Green Hornet professor. There is probably nothing about the Green Hornet the man doesn't know. But that's why I have the two of you on the show, okay? Because I am probably, compared to the two of you, the least knowledgeable. So I just let you guys fill in the informational part of the show, and I'll throw out the banter there, and get you guys riled up, like John with Batman, you with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm there I'm the lighter fluid, to make sure that there's a fire every now and again to keep it interesting. You're the straw that stirs the drink, right? Like Reggie.
There
Jackson.
you go. I like that one. I'm the straw that stirs the drink, if you will.
I like that. So remember, we got the contest going on. So you want to be there on the show Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's a 2-hour show. It's super fun. You want to be there, comment, and enter that contest. We'll announce the winner next week on the preview show. Right, Rex?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there's fantastic stuff. We hope to see you on Monday. Rex, thank you for joining us again and bringing us this preview. And just thank you for the what y'all do for the community by having this show and involving – you have AR Comics on the Wednesday night show. We got me on the Monday night shows. It's bringing in the communities, and all of us are here for the same thing, a love of comic books and pop culture. And y'all are really doing solid work with that show.
Well, we appreciate you, Robbie, coming, joining, taking time to join us on the show. I mean, your presence has definitely enhanced the show. And for everyone out there that's watching Robbie's channel, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, like, all that stuff. Help Robbie grow, because if guys like Robbie, when their channel grows, we all grow together. So definitely make sure you just hit that button.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. We hope to see you Monday night over at The Experience. Like I said, link in the description below. So thank you for checking out the video. Station.